Well, good afternoon from Two Happy Children Farm. I'm making a video to update the progress I'm seeing on my cover crop and also talk a little bit about weed control here in no-till fields in central Texas. You can't ignore weed control in central Texas because we have warm weather almost all year long. So we have to deal with winter annuals like henbit, and then we have grasses that grow. For example, our average temperature in January is 45 to 50 degrees, so there's always something growing. I'm out here in my cover crop field, and this is snow peas or field peas I planted right after the combine, and we had very little moisture to work with for the first 6 weeks. But these were able to make contact and germinate and then just sit there until September 28th when we got our first inch of rain, and then a week later we got another 3 inches of rain. So they're doing really good on moisture. Looking back at how we do things, I might start planting this first week of October instead of right after the combine, because the plants that I put out first week of October almost caught up with these guys, just because September is so hot. How does this work with weed control here? We have, after harvest, I typically do a post-harvest burn down, which would be a glyphosate plus group 14 like Sharpen, and that gets me a really clean field to work with. And then we normally get some volunteer corn that'll flush, and then by late September I'll do another pass, and normally that's my last pass of the year before planting or the weed and feed in the spring. So you can see this area was sprayed for the volunteer corn. I'm getting very little volunteer corn now with my no-till system, and my combine operator was very clean, so we're just not getting volunteer corn anymore. Had a few patches here and there. He must have had some head shattering or something going on, but we sprayed that, and the field is very clean. If you look at my peas, they're starting to bloom now, so that hopefully means I've been making some nitrogen and loosening up the soil. As far as this goes, I'd hoped to have them up and running, then maybe do my winter spray and kill them with that. But since we're still growing here in the fall and they haven't matured, I'm just going to let them keep going, and hopefully they'll winter kill in December, and then we'll have January and February to help them start breaking down and getting dry. That's an unknown. I don't know how these winter kill, and I don't know what it's going to be like to run the planter next year through this vine. If they get crispy like this, it'll be no trouble. If they stay chewy, then I might have a mess on my hands. That's why I only started with 10 acres. So right now I don't have any winter weeds coming. Over the years, I think my no-till mat of product here is suppressing things like henbit for me. So it's gotten less and less. And so this year I'm not going to be doing anything to spray again for henbit. I'm just going to let this grow out. And then the other feature we have with no-till, you can see those things in the distance. Those are some trees that I need to go take care of again. Every year or so there's some that pop up, and they stick out like a big weed in the field. So that's an update from Two Happy Children Farm. I guess in summary, these guys planted after the combine are doing fine, but what I probably will do in the future, if I keep doing this cover crop, is just wait till October, plant it, and then make sure my field is clean when I plant. By clean, I mean I'm starting to see a little bit of brightness. This is our Nemesis here in Texas. It's called the smell melon. I would have liked to have just cleaned this up, but since I already have the cover crop here, it's going to just stay here. But maybe next year I would clean up October 1st with my glyphosate plus sharpen pass. I would tuck this in for the winter and then just plant back the cover crop after that. Anyways, it's looking good. It's about knee high in some spots. And we'll follow this and see what happens. Never done it before. I don't know if it's going to be disaster planting next year. I don't know if this will give me the bushel boost. But it just looks nice out here anyways. So that's about 10 acres of experimenting. So thanks for watching, and we'll update this and see if we can get it to die effectively this winter.